What up, reader fam? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you another reaction video. Today I'm going to be reacting to bookish crafts that I find on Pinterest. This is potentially going to cause some pain, some cringe, some book lover heartbreak, because a lot of these crafts are surrounding books being chopped up, and that just does it to you. If you're a book lover, it's gonna hurt. I've been wanting to do a video like this for the longest time, and I'm looking forward to getting to it today. But before we get to it, today's video has a sponsor. Today's video is being sponsored by Likewise. If you're like me, I am always in need of recommendations, not just any kind of recommendations, book recs. Honestly, book recommendations fuel my need to read. They also kill my bank account though, because the more recommendations I get, the more I buy books. I'm not mad about it, I'm just stating some facts. And if you're also like me, I am constantly trying to track down a book that is similar to my favorite book, because that need to be wrapped up in a book that feels just like my favorite book and is just as good as my favorite book is strong. Though I'll be honest, it's always hard to find a book that will reach that same level of love. But it's always nice when you find that book that's kind of in the same lane and it just does the thing. You know, the thing that it does where it just makes you feel the thing? That's the thing I'm talking about. Where am I going with this? I don't know. The app Likewise can come through for you. It's already been coming through for me. It helps you discover and share recommendations for books, but not only books, we've also got TV, we've got movies, we've got podcasts, and much more. That way you're never lacking in the recommendations department. Likewise has you covered. You'll never run out of things to watch, to read, to listen to, because they've got you covered, and they've got an amazing community to back it up. Back it up now! I'll be honest, it kind of feels like a dating app for books, because when you get into the app, you can swipe left or right on recommendations, and it's kind of fun. Honestly, much better than dating apps, let me tell you. I'm not the one getting rejected, I'm doing the rejecting. Likewise has several features that I've already found to be very useful. We've got Today Cards, which is basically an everyday personalized recommendation. We've got the feature Saves, which is a way to save a book that you're interested in to check back on later. We've got Lists. I'm a list lover, so this feature was made for me. You need me to make a list? I can make you a list. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's making lists. Do I stick to my list? No. Y'all know how my TBR lists go. But I'm still really good at making lists. It's an easy way to share and organize all your favorite books. I'm really looking forward to using Likewise more moving forward. I think I'm going to start collecting the books that I read each month in lists, and I can just link the list in upcoming book wrap-ups that I do in the future. I think it might make my life a little bit easier, and also get that serotonin from making a list. Yes, I have a custom link down below in the description that will direct you right to Likewise. Likewise is free, it's bookish, what more could you want? I'll also leave my username down below in the description, so if you want to be besties, holla at your boy, and we can share all the recommendations with each other. Thank you again to Likewise for sponsoring this video, but now it's time to actually get to the video. It's time to start reacting to some bookish crafts. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of nervous about this. I'm scared to see books destroyed. I don't know how I fully feel about it. On one hand, I'm like, this is so cool what people can do with books, but on the other hand, I'm like, you're destroying books. It kind of hurts my soul a little bit, a whole lot of it. Ouch! But we're just gonna go with it, see how it goes. Let's get started. First up, we've got a bookish village of some sort. This one seems to be photoshopped. No books seem to have been murdered in the process of making this. They were just murdered digitally, which I will take. I think this would be really cool to have on display somewhere in your house though. Like if you've got a bookish themed house, which honestly is kind of my goal. My goal in life is to just live in a book essentially, because clearly having my personality revolving around books just isn't enough, doesn't cut it. Nope, I have to make everything in my life about books. I know I'm not alone though. I know some of y'all are right there with me. I feel like the only thing in my life that's not bookish is my car. But trust me, it's probably gonna get targeted. It's on my list. And technically my car is like a bookmobile, because it carries me and my books to and from the library and the bookstore. We've got some ornaments of sorts. Now, books were definitely murdered in the process of making these. Oh yes, they were. Book blood was shed. There's no doubt about it. But you know what? They're looking kind of cool. They're looking kind of festive. I would hang these up in my house around Christmas time. The only thing is they look really heckin' complicated to make. I'd just end up murdering books for no reason. I wouldn't be able to get this outcome, so I shouldn't do it. Yet I'm sitting here and I'm kind of tempted to go get some books and destroy them. I'm not gonna do that, obviously. But it did cross my mind. It crossed my mind. Mine would look a lot less like these honeycombs here and a whole lot more like bookish blobs. We all have different aesthetics, okay? This one is a choice. I'm trying my hardest not to be judgy here, but my mind is entering judgment territory. Be nice, Jesse, be nice, Jesse, be nice. This is all personal preference, but first you paint these books and cover up what the book titles are on the spine, and then you tie them together so you can't even get into the books, which is just not practical. To each their own, though. To each their own. I feel bad because I know that somebody put a lot of time and effort into this, but it's just hurting my soul a little bit. I think it's mostly just the tying of the books together. That's gonna be a hassle to undo if they're ever gonna read these books. Not that they're ever gonna read these books. Clearly, this is all just for decoration. To each their own. Be nice, Jesse. We've got a bookish pumpkin. Okay, this one kind of takes the cake, or takes the pumpkin pie. I'll see myself out. I would say it'd probably be best to do this on a fake pumpkin and not a real pumpkin. That way you can like reuse it each season. But this one just looks so nice to me. If you're gonna rip a book to shreds, maybe rip it into this. That just sounds so bad though. Like you don't even have to rip up a book to do this. You can rip up a newspaper. There we go. Found a solution. Probably won't have the same aesthetic, but it'll still look nice. We've got another book pumpkin. This one just looks like too much work to put together. How do you get all these pages even to where they even look that good together? Too much work. I applaud the person who did this. Slow claps though, because you destroyed a book, and that does not deserve any fast claps from me. We've got some bookish garland. How fancy schmancy. I'm seeing some leaf garland here and then some star garland. I really like the star garland. I will say though, screw using this to hang around your house or hang on a tree. I'd just use this as a scarf. Screw decor, this is a full-on fashion statement. Better yet, it can be both. Fit statement during the day, decoration by night. That way you're really getting use out of it. Next up, I'm seeing a bookish vase. Here's why this doesn't work for me. Listen, I don't mind the paper mache on the actual vase. That's fine. That's whatever. I feel like that should be my problem because clearly a book was like ripped to shreds to make that. But for some reason, that's not my problem. For some reason, that's fine. That's working for me. It's more so the fake flower on the vase. That's kind of putting the rotten taste in my mouth. Blech. The point of a vase typically is to put flowers into it. Why would you put a flower on a vase if you're putting flowers in the vase? Like, isn't that just a lie of flower? Maybe I'm overthinking this. Probably. Just like I do everything with my life. Overthink everything. But methinks you're overwhelming the vase with flowers here. We've got some bookmarks. Wait, these are actually kind of fun, especially with like the classic bookish illustrations. I want one. I'd be okay with destroying a book for that, actually. Every time I say it, it just like, it hurts. Every time I say like, oh, I would totally cut into a, ow. Oh, I would totally rip a book to shreds for this. Ow. Let me go get some scissors and start whacking out one of my books. Ow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is really cool though. I feel like you could find like royalty-free bookish illustrations online from like old classic books that are just like free use now. And you could just print that off and cut that up and turn it into a bookmark. So that way you don't have to commit book murder. Yay. We all win in that situation. Next, I'm seeing these book spine bookmarks. I don't know why I have more of a problem with this than I do with the ones I just looked at. But this one just hurts my soul for some reason. I can't even explain it. Just looking at this right now feels so wrong right now. Like I feel like I'm committing a crime and I have not committed any crime today. None. I think it's because it's the thing that holds the book together and it's been dismantled, which means the book has fallen apart. And for some reason that is really hurting my soul. It's the audacity for me. I'm just imagining like taking a book and just slicing down the spine and the book just falling to pieces. The horror, the pain. It hurts. I know I'm being dramatic. Welcome to my life. At least I'm self-aware. We've got some bookish flowers. I actually love the look of bookish flowers. In fact, one of y'all sent me some bookish flowers to my P.O. box and I treasure them. They make me happy every time I see them. Smells like a fresh book. Yeah. I don't know how people put them together so flawlessly though. If I tried, I would just end up with like stems with a bunch of crumpled pieces of paper together, which to some might actually be a beautiful treasure. Art is in the eye of the beholder. We got some book wreaths. I don't hate these. For some reason, they don't cause irritation to bubble up. Why is it that some things I'm just like, oh, that irritates me to the core. But then stuff like this, I'm like, oh, that's really nice. I like that. I would hang that up in my house. This one actually looks like it used sheet music though, which is very smart. We've got some bookish Christmas trees. These are actually iconic. Wait, are these bookish Christmas trees or bookish brooms? I think they're trees. Oh, the mirror in the back makes it look like part of a broom. Retract, back it up, turn it around. They're bookish Christmas trees. I wonder how difficult these are to make. I feel like they would look even better with some like twinkly lights around them. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Twinkle, twinkle, little book tree. They look super detailed though. Like, how did they get them so curly? Curly cues, curly fries. Now I want fries. Now we've got a ton of these like paper folded edges that I've seen all over the internet, honestly. This is something that I've always wanted to do, but I know that I am too small-brained to do it. I know that the people who are able to do this and get it looking like this are magical beings who are born with magical powers. That's the only explanation for it. Won't take any other explanation. And that's just not how my story was written. In fact, I was born with a curse that allows me to destroy everything I touch. God clearly has favorites and I ain't one of them. Okay, next I'm seeing a DIY for antique books. I am trying my best not to be judgy right now because I know that somebody put a lot of work into this. Do I bite my tongue or do I spit it out? I'm gonna spit it out. Why are you trying to make a new book look vintage when you can stop, drop, and roll your way right into a thrift store and pick up a plethora of books that are in the vintage department? I've said my piece, I'll say no more. Mic to the drop. Next, I'm seeing all these like book cut-ins. We've got like a tree house. We've got this like office area that was made out of a book. We've got this foresty situation, this circle ladder cut out into the book. I am always in awe of ones like this. I've seen a lot of these like all over the internet, and I just love them because they take a basic book. Books aren't basic, but like they take a basic book and elevate the heck out of it. I will admit that it is a little painful to look at first because the books are literally being stabbed into, but the outcome is so beautiful in my opinion. Yes, books are meant for reading. But when I look at these, in my mind, I'm thinking not only do these books hold stories, but their physical form can also become a story of their own, which just hear me out. Like I look at these art pieces that people have made out of these books and I see a story on top of a story. This one is like a portal into a book itself. This one is a freaking Rapunzel moment. I look at this treehouse one and I'm like, books to me represent a hideaway in a lot of ways, a way to escape the world. And this is almost like a representation of that in my mind. I don't know, just offering up my perspective, but I really like these. Okay, we've got a bookish planter of sorts. This one kind of kills my soul a little bit because I'm guessing all these books were like glued together. They're locked up, unable to be taken off the stack to be held and read, and that just like hurts me. I feel like I have such weird standards for what I do and do not like with these bookish crafts. It's kind of killing me. Like I'm gonna watch this back and be so annoyed with myself because I'm just being so hypocritical. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I love this book art where you stab into a book and make something beautiful out of it, but then like stacking books on top of each other and like them being glued together, unable to like pull the book out of the stack, like that bothers me. I know I'm a confusing person. Imagine having to live with me. I've been having to live with myself my whole life. For some reason I get chills when I see this and not the good kind. The bad kind. Oh, we've got some book purses. I'm always here for a bookish fashion moment. The more I can incorporate books into my fashion, the better. Because I need people to know that I love books. It can't just be something I keep to myself. The world gotta know. I probably wouldn't personally want a purse, but hit me with a book backpack and I will never take it off. That's all I'll ever wear. On top of clothing. I won't just wear the backpack. I will also wear clothes. Don't worry. I'm not a nudist. The last one that I'm going to be commenting on today is this one right here. It's like these books hung on the wall. And I don't hate this. And I feel like the reason I don't hate it is because even though they're stuck to the wall, you can still flip through them. You can still read them. And I feel like this might actually be nice to have. Like it might be nice to like take a break from having to hold a book and just like having your wall hold it. You can just like walk up to it and just flip through the book. I feel like somebody needs to make like wall hooks for books where you can change out the books every now and then. As someone who reads like 34 books at the same time, this would kind of be nice. Alright guys, those are all the bookish crafts that I'm going to be reacting to today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Be sure to let me know down below in the comments which of these crafts were your favorite and which one made you cringe the most. I am very curious. Again, thank you to Likewise for sponsoring this video. I would appreciate you guys going and checking out Likewise. I will leave a link down below in the description to go and check that out. That's all I have for you guys today. If you like this video, be sure to go and hit that like button. If you want to see more bookish content from me, be sure to go and hit subscribe or go and hit that bell icon and you'll be notified every time I post new videos. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope your day is bright, that tomorrow is brighter. Keep reading what your heart desires, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, yo! Awkward outro, because I can't hide. Life is my car. I feel like the only... What was that? Something just popped, and it kind of creeped me out.